Let's practice Warrior 1 and Warrior 2 yoga poses together. First, get in a nice tall standing posture with your weight evenly spread across your feet, your pelvis in a nice neutral position, rib cage over your pelvis, shoulders gliding down and back, long neck. Take a few deep breaths in this position. This is mountain pose. When you inhale, sometimes your shoulders might want to go up towards your ears. Try to picture rings all the way around your body, expanding in all directions. From here, step 1 foot forward and turn the back foot out just a little bit. Make sure that your front knee is pointing straight forward over your second and third toe. Wrap your butt cheeks together so that your back knee also is pointing out over your toes and not rolling inward. Next, this is challenging. Spin your pelvis forward. Try to get those pelvic points shining straight ahead of you. This can be really difficult at first if your hips are a little tight, so just go as far as you comfortably can. Bend your front knee a little bit, but you don't want that front knee to pass your toes. Squeeze and lift your pelvic floor, zip in your low belly, and sweep your arms overhead. And then cactus your arms and let them come down. This is just a little breathing and arm variation. You could also practice a little endurance work in the shoulders and core by squeezing and lifting your pelvic floor lightly, zipping in your belly, spinning those pelvic points forward, and raising your arms overhead, and then trying to hold this position for 3 deep breaths. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, squeeze and lift your pelvic floor. Wrap your belly button in. Inhale, relax your belly a little bit, grow tall. Exhale, squeeze and lift your pelvic floor and zip up some really tight high jeans. Let's try it on the other side. Step back to your mountain pose. You can take a break here, roll your shoulders a few times. Shake it out a little bit if you need to. Next, step your other foot back. Point those toes out just a little bit. Bend your front knee, but remember you don't want it to pass over your toes. Just pointing straight ahead. In whatever range you can, spin those pelvic points forward. But check that knee alignment again. Okay. Squeeze and lift your pelvic floor. Zip in your low abs just a little bit. Sweep your arms overhead. And let's hold it for 3 deep breaths. Even though you're reaching tall energy through your fingertips, try to make your shoulder blades soft and heavy, melting away from your ears. Every time you exhale, see if you can add a little gentle squeeze and lift in your pelvic floor and a little extra zip up in your low belly. And sit back to center. Now, for Warrior 2, we're going to open out to the side. I'm going to show you from a little different angle. So, you're going to step back, but this time, you're going to let yourself turn to the side. So 1 foot pointing ahead of your right shoulder, back foot pointing at a right angle out to the side. Okay. Now I'm going to reach this back hand behind me. Okay. And then I'm going to gaze back over my front fingers. In this case, it's my right hand in line with my right knee, second and third toe. I'm going to drop my shoulders away from my ears and practice my deep breathing here. Another variation that's good for thoracic mobility and a little more active for a warm-up is a bow and arrow version I like. So I'm going to sweep my arm forward, pretend I'm grabbing an arrow and holding a bow. pulling the bow back, letting it go, reaching all the way behind me. Oh, don't forget to look where the arrow went. Sweep my arm forward, grab the bow and arrow, pull back, let it go. Keep that gaze strong to the front. Okay, let's try it on the other side. Okay. So now I'm going to step back with my right foot. Remember, it's at a 90-degree angle, so it's straight out to the side. I'm going to bend my front knee, so I'm sort of in a wide lunge position with my heel lined up with my back arch. Let's try both versions again. So reach one arm forward over your second, third toe, the other arm directly behind you, and gaze over your front fingertips. Sometimes as the shoulders fatigue, they tend to droop. Try to keep them level with your shoulders, but again, keep those shoulder blades heavy and relaxed away from your ears. If it does not feel good to your neck, to turn all the way to look over your fingertips, it's fine to just rotate only as far as you can go without pain. Don't force anything. I'm practicing holding a light but steady pelvic floor contraction, like I'm holding in just a little bit of gas in P. Now I'm going to try the bow and arrow version. Sweeping my arm forward, grabbing the bow, pulling back, let it go. Keep that strong gaze, energy through the fingertips. And that's some variations on Warrior 1 and 2. Thanks for joining me today. And keep looking for ways to incorporate the pelvic floor, the floor of your core, into yoga type poses or to other exercises you're doing. Remember, anytime that you feel like you need stability and you want to gently scoop in your low abs, you can also add a gentle pelvic floor squeeze and lift. But make sure that between poses or between sets and reps of exercises in the gym, you're also letting the pelvic floor fully let go and just hang out, taking some deep breaths, letting the belly be soft, letting all that tension melt away to give it a break.